Welcome to Warne Field on a Friday night light special here with the Brawley Wildcats 2-0 versus the 0-2 Cibola Raiders. Alongside Ron Rubio tonight will be my friend and colleague, the one and only Mike Swearingen. Coach, how you doing tonight?
I'm fine, Coach, and looking forward to a heck of a football game. We got to take a chance to take a look at Cibola last week.
We got to look at Cibola last week, and we also got a first-hand look at the Wildcats. What were your impressions on the Cibola Raiders last week, which, in my opinion, played a good half, and then second half kicked in, and it was a totally different story?
It was, Coach. It was, and it was a situation. You and I talked about this. That I felt that Cibola was dominated all night by Imperial up front.
There it was,
and very much dominated by Imperial on the defensive side of the ball.
So Imperial last week came out. It was a 10-0 at halftime, Coach, and the ball game ended at 44. I'm not too sure.
You're right. Yes, it did. 44. Yeah, 44 zip.
44-0. The week before that, the Cibola Raiders took a trip to Phoenix, played Dobson out of Phoenix, and ended up losing that ball game, I believe, 40-6. So now you're going into your third game, Coach, your third game of the week, third game of the season. What's your approach as a Cibola Raider when your offense has been just 6 points in 2 games?
Well, one thing they've done is they've added personnel, because last week when we broadcast that game, they had right at 30 kids. Tonight they've got 46. Now, how many of those players that they quote got back unquote, and how many of them are in skilled positions, et cetera? That's a different story. But one thing that I think you definitely have to do is you've got to look at film and evaluate. You haven't moved the ball. You haven't scored. Something's going on, and people are racking up points on
right,
it.
Exactly.
And it was evident to both you and I that it was taking place up front.
So that being said, now let's flip sides to the Brawley Wildcats. The Wildcats, as we said, we're 2-0. The Wildcats started out the season with a 14-0 victory on the road at Valley Center, where they had never won before. They take that, they win 14-0. Then they pack their bags, come back home, face Canyon Hills on a Thursday night. Canyon Hills. Let's start out with that. What was your impression of Canyon Hills?
Well, not, of course, the caliber of let's say, a Scripps Ranch or
even a Valley Center, I would say.
Yeah, and I went down this week and I interviewed both Coach Vandiver and Coach Rubio. And I at point blank asked Coach Vandiver to describe your offense. And he said, quote, dynamic, unquote. And I asked Coach Rubio, describe your defense. And he said, quote, aggressive, unquote. My opinion, I'd have to agree with both of them.
So a dynamic offense.
An aggressive defense.
And an aggressive defense. And, I think those two words describing your offense as dynamic, well, then if you're in that position to be able to say that, then that means you could do a lot of different things. That's the only way I can explain it.
I put him on the spot and asked Coach Vandiver, I said, what one skilled player has really stood out to this point? And he didn't hesitate. He said Matt Gutierrez, that he stepped up at the quarterback position.
We're going to cut now to our national anthem. Great rendition of the national anthem by the Brawley Union High marching band. Back to our discussion, Coach, on Brawley's approach to this game, and as you were saying.
Yeah, I wanted to get in because they don't get a lot of recognition, the Hogs up front. And I asked Coach Vandiver in the line who stood out, and he didn't hesitate. He said, my 2 tackles, Alejandro Cota and David Kim. On the defensive side, when I talked to Coach Rubio, as a skilled person that he picked out, he picked Chris Camillo at linebacker, and up front he picked Andrew Tiger and Alex Valadez at defensive ends.
Well, those guys have been, Omar Torres is another guy that's been in there. Omar had one story about one of the guards that is playing for Brawley. That's number 56, I believe. No, I'm sorry, number 51, Omar Torres. Omar Torres had a season-ending injury as a sophomore.
Wow.
Broke his leg and came back from it. So it's a testament to him coming back, and I just wanted to point that out before we get going because, as Coach says, during the game, these guys do not get the recognition they deserve.
No.
And, everybody gets on the skilled players, and they deserve that as well. But Omar Torres is one of the workers, and if these guys don't do their job, and we're talking about Joe Lopez, Alejandro Cota, as Coach said, and here's another inside story. Drake Seals will be making his first start at an offensive tackle for David Kim.
Yep.
David Kim.
He was ill. He was ill this week.
Yeah, so he was a little bit out, but we also have a starting center, Padilla. I'm not sure what Padilla's number is. Okay, Jacob Padilla, I'm sorry, number 55, will be your starting center. He is a sophomore, Jacob Padilla.
A lot of people don't realize the time, the effort, the sweat that goes into an individual who loses a full season to have to rehab and come back the following year. It is work, really work.
So it's a lot of work, and that we're talking about Omar Torres. So for the Wildcats out there, as the captains are making the coin toss, that's number 8, Matthew Gutierrez, number 26, Jacob Serrano, number 31, Chris Camilo, and looks like number 4, Brandon Porras. So we'll see who are. J.J. Jackson will be the white hat tonight. Umpire, I'm pretty sure will be Bentley there, John Bentley. And kind of have like a guest star here on the flank. That's Ross Rubio making an appearance here. Ross Rubio will be up flank here. Randy Ross is the back judge. And we also have Lloyd back there as another flank. So other than that, Coach, back to the pregame. So the Wildcats now working on the third game. What do you want to see out of your football team coming into the third game? Well, what is your take on that?
Okay. The first thing you do is you don't let them overlook Cibola. You don't. You tell your team, forget about Imperial beating them 44-0 and whatever happened the week before in Phoenix. You concentrate, and you don't take your foot off the gas until we tell you to.
Yes, sir. And that's kind of like football 101. A lot of people down the road for Brawley, and it's an easy thing for kids to do, looking over past Cibola. They have University City on deck next Friday in University City.
Mm-hmm.
So tonight is youth night, AYF, I believe.
Yep.
It's AYF night tonight. There will be a halftime presentation on that. Down on the field as we speak, Tony Munguia being honored for his 31 years of service for the Brawley Union High School District. Outstanding man, outstanding administrator, and we'd like to thank Tony for his service here at Brawley Union High and Desert Valley High. So that being said, the Wildcats have taken the field.
Well, I tell you what, I know I'm getting old. I tell people I'm 3 days older than Jesus. But when I look out on the field and I look at Alex Valadez playing defensive end, and his father Mark helped me up at Calapat, and I remember when he was just a little guy and he used to go to games.
Yeah, now he's a starting edge rusher for the Brawley defense.
Right.
And that's a small world, Coach. You know, as we live in the community, we all know each other.
Yep.
You know, we've coached so many families, and the Valdez family is one of them. I just ran into the grandfather, Mark, coming up here and congratulating him not only on his son as a coach, who coaches Mark Valdez, coaches on the freshman staff,
Right.
and now grandson here starting on the defense as a junior. So the Wildcats, look, they will be receiving. Deep to receive will be number 4. That is Brandon Porras, the junior. I'm sorry. The senior is J.D. Arianes. That's number 7. So the Wildcats now looking to continue on their, they put up 40-some points really quick last week, Coach.
Yeah, yes, they did.
So they put 40 points up really quick. They did what they had to do on offense. They came through defensively as well. Got the number 2s in there, got some playing time. And the score does not really indicate the dominant performance by the Wildcats.
No, you're right. And, you and I looked at, and we spotted a lot of weaknesses with Cibola. And, for example, one thing, if you remember, Coach, last week, their punter punted for his life.
Yeah, that's right. And that's a good thing that you pointed out. The punter, I just had a talk with him, and that is Brigham Holt. Brigham Holt, number 30. And another thing, too, Coach, they changed the deep snapper. Remember the deep snapper was just floating the ball around.
Yes,
And I was talking to Bingham about that. I said, "Hey, what'd they do?" He goes, "Well, they put Ty Stout out there, and Ty Stout is a starting defensive end. The deep snapper was Lucius Lang, number 50, who was a starting center for Cibola. He is now going to be replaced by the starting defensive end, Ty Stout.
Yep.
So that's a little twist there. There's a couple of changes they tweaked on both sides of the ball. So as you said, Coach, Cibola's looking for ways to improve their team. And as it is in when you're your third game of the season, you're nowhere where you want to be by any stretch of imagination. You're nowhere where you want to be. You're still finding out what kind of football team you have, Coach.
Yes. You're still trying personnel at spots. You basically are.
So that's the setup for tonight's game. The Wildcats know where they're going. Cibola Raiders trying to figure things out, and as Coach said, the roster has increased. Whether the kids were injured, ineligible, what have you, here we are tonight at Warne Field, ready to kick it off.
It's going to be interesting, this very first series.
Well, let's see what happens. I mean, in a situation like this, you really want to, all offenses want to grab that ball and march it down the field.
Yeah. You want them to establish themselves.
Israel Ibarra set to kick. And we're ready to rock and roll. And now we go. Oh, and it's that little pooch again.
Yep.
Valdez, nice job.
Yes.
Nice job.
Very much.
Alec Valdez caught on to that, and that's how they opened up last week.
Yes.
They opened up
just
with
the
like
pooch.
that.
And they recovered it against Imperial.
That was not Alec. That was Roy Rosas. There was a my God, I think they may have switched jerseys. So 1st and 10 for the Wildcats. Are going to take over at their own 47-yard lines, left hash. Wide side of the field to the right for Gutierrez with the back. That's Zane Richards.
Power to the right.
Motion by Damian Clemente. The pitch to Clemente, trying to get outside. He avoids one block, and he's going to be brought down by.
And you know what, Coach? They had a shot to tackle him for a loss.
They sure did. That's number 45, and that's the thing. Chris Contreras, starting linebacker, he's getting the start. He was moved up. Chris Contreras. They put number 1, Israel Ibarra, was a starting linebacker last week. This week now he is down on the line. That's how versatile this kid is. They had a tackle for loss, Coach, and that's
they did. They had him. They had him in the backfield.
And here are the things as coaches. Like sometimes when you're in the shape that Cibola is right now, you watch the film and you can pick out 5 or 6 plays and say, if this would have happened, if this would have happened, it's a different outcome. There you go. So here we go, 2nd down and 8 for the Wildcats. The give is to Zane Richards. Richards evades. He's moving around. Let me tell you, Zane has really quick feet. That's the busiest 3-yard carry I've ever seen.
You know, this week when I was doing interviews, I interviewed Matt Gutierrez, and I asked him who the most unselfish football player was on the Brawley team, and he said, without hesitation, Zane Richards.
Very nice, very nice. Zane Richards with the carry of about 2. It's going to be a 3rd down, 5 for the Wildcats. Ball is in Cibola territory. We'll say the 48-yard line. Right hash, wide side is the left. Doubles on both sides. Gutierrez looks to his left. He throws, intended for Portas. Portas at the 40, and he's going to cut back, works his way up to the 35. So those were 5 extra yards earned on that catch. So 1st and 10 for the Wildcats, right outside the 35-yard line of the Cibola Raiders. We're going to say the 36 with 10:22
nice play.
remaining.
What they did, the outside receiver cleared, inside receiver ran an out underneath him.
So the Wildcats now trying to mix it up. As Coach said, Coach Vandiver put a little description on his offense, saying that they're dynamic. Let's see what they do tonight. 1st and 10, left hash, motion by Clemente. The give, no, that's Gutierrez. He's keeping up the middle to the 10.
He's gone.
He's gone. Matthew Gutierrez with the fake to Damian Clemente on the jet sweep.
36-yard touchdown run.
36-yard touchdown run, fake the jet sweep. They bid on it, and Gutierrez just tucked it under. And with 9:50 remaining, the Wildcats have struck first, 6-0 Wildcats. So 9:50 remaining. Set to kick will be number 22. That is Manuel Urbano. Urbano is a senior. Busy guy last week. I think he went 5 out of 6. 5 out of 6 last week. Urbano. It's up, and it is good. So with 9:50 remaining, the Wildcats tack on the extra point.
2 minutes.
Wildcats.
2 minutes and 10-second drive.
Wildcats 7, Cibola Raiders 0. Top Notch Barber. Fresh fades, always a cutaway. Visit Top Notch Barbershop. Big Chris is at 317 Wake Avenue in El Centro for a one-of-a-kind haircut. RDO, minimize your downtime and protect your equipment. Investment, stop by our Imperial headquarters located at 3275 Highway 86. Nothing runs like a deer. Brawley Police Foundation. Join the Brawley Police Foundation to support a safe community through partnership with the police. Our goals include canine support, technology, youth programs, and crime prevention. Follow us at Brawley Police Foundation for more information. So now the Wildcats set to kick. Again, that will be Urbano.
Beautiful play.
Manuel Urbano. So that fake, bid on the fake, jet sweep.
But I tell you what, if he was reading that was prettier than my first date ever was. So I'll guarantee you.
He read that well. That was the first. They opened up with the sweep to Urbano.
Right.
I mean to Clemente.
Right.
3rd play, they come right back to it, fake that sweep, and a keep by Matt Gutierrez and a great read. So here we go.
He's got good speed, Coach.
And that's a pooch. I'm pretty sure that's where the
we've got
penalty.
We've got a flag, which indicates probably that one of the Brawley defenders is going to be offsides. He's in advance of the ball being kicked.
So that's what it was. So the Wildcats illegal procedure will now kick from the 35. 5 yards. So with 9:50 remaining, Cibola getting ready to take their first possession of the game. Now last week, they, like Coach says, they run the single wing.
Now, it's going to be interesting. The one thing I noticed, Coach, last week when you and I were watching, their defensive linemen would line up standing up. That particular series, that they were running a 4-man front, and the 2 inside tackles were down.
Another pooch. Fumbled by number 36. And did the Wildcats recover that?
I think they did.
And that was Demarion Wilson. Wilson kind of hesitant to field the ball. That kind of affected his catch, and it was popped and recovered by the Wildcats.
Yes, sir.
So now the Wildcats will take over. Great field position. We're going to say the 42-yard line right in the middle of the field. So that wasn't intended. That was a pooch kick, muffed by DeMarion. But now the Wildcats will have their second possession. 4-3 front for the defense of the Cibola Raiders.
Still, they're still in the 4-man front.
Gutierrez looking. Gutierrez shoots it. It's wide open to Julian Daniloff. So just like that,
he hit the clearing route.
In 9 seconds, Julian Daniloff, who's been having a good senior season so far. It started in the summer. This young man has worked very hard to get where he's at today. Had a great San Diego State passing league tournament. That's what started him in. And now he's getting things done with another touchdown by the Wildcats. Julian Edelman. Daniloff. So with 9:46 remaining, Wildcats 13. Cibola Raiders 0.
That took 4 seconds.
Coach, what do you think of the ball that Gutierrez throws?
I like it. I do. Coach, it's a tight spiral.
Nice.
And it's a ball that and you know what this means. It's easy to catch.
Yes.
Because if you get a quarterback who's got a strong arm and all he wants to do is drill everything, I'll tell you, that's hard on receivers to catch the ball. It hurts your hands sometimes. But he throws a nice ball to catch.
And not only that, Coach, it gets there so quick.
Yes.
I mean, on that 42-yard pass, it was on the money, but it just got there so quick, kind of like a baseball.
Ronnie, a while ago, when they ran the clearing and he hit the out.
Right.
That time they ran the same pattern, except he hit the clearing because the safety stayed up on the out route.
So now the Wildcats took 4 seconds, as Coach says. 9:46 remaining in the first quarter. The Wildcats now 14. Cibola Raiders waiting to get their hands on the ball for the first time. Manuel Urbano set to kick. That's number 22. Deep to receive looks like number 21 of that is Ricardo Bravo.
Yeah, we're waiting for the kickoff here, and if a good friend of ours is listening, a hello to Lynn Schnitker, and there it is.
There's another pooch. So
Yes.
Wildcats trying to practice that pooch. That's number 19 of the Raiders to the outside, trying to make something happen. That was Devin Burris, a cornerback.
About the 6?
Well, it's over the 35. We'll say the 36. 1st and 10 for Cibola. Good field position. Now, it's interesting. The last 2 kickoffs, or let's say 3, have been an onside attempt.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you would call that an onside even though it didn't hit the ground. Now, technically, would you call that an onside, what Cibola did, even if you pop it up, Coach?
No, you're correct in calling it a pooch kick because it was a pooch. Up in the air, coming down is a pooch kick. You hit that thing on the ground at the men up front. That's onside.
Gotcha, Coach. Okay, see, here's something interesting. Not single wing, but
Nope.
empty set. Got to catch those.
Incomplete.
Got to catch those. Catch those. So that's Andrew McNair, who had a tough going last week versus Imperial. That's an incomplete pass, but Coach, break thrown ball, just got to make the catch.
Oh, yes. You know, you teach, we used to use the term, catch the ball with your eyes. In other words, look it into your hands.
Yes, sir. Pass was intended
Now
for
they're in the single wing.
Ivan Barone was the intended receiver. Snap directly to, will get his number.
Nothing. Coach, he may have gotten a half, if that, or a yard. Not much.
Not sure what number that was, but it's now set no gain on the play. We're going to have a 2nd and 10 with 9:12 remaining in this first quarter. For those of you who are not familiar with this type of offensive formation, it is called the single wing. Now they're in doubles. Make that empty.
Or a spread.
Spread, empty. No, and there we go. McNair looking intended for number 3, Barone, incomplete. 3rd down and 10. Barone came down a little bit funny on that. Now he's getting up. Defended on that play by number 4, Brandon Porras. So now it's a 4th down and 10. So we had a drop pass, no gain on a run, and now an incomplete pass. So we're at 8:50 remaining. The Wildcats now looking to have the ball on their 3rd possession within 4 minutes. 3 possessions in 4 minutes. And last week, Coach, the kind of ball game it was, I think each team had like 5 possessions in the first half alone.
And actually, Cibola, remember in their first 2 possessions, had the better field position than Imperial.
2 possessions in a row inside Imperial territory.
Right.
A little bit different story tonight. Set to kick is number 30.
A little more time tonight.
Bring him, and it's a good snap and a good roll.
Yes. Very good. Nice
Damian
job.
Clemente lets that roll, and the Wildcats will take over at the 18-yard line. Prime hydration with bold, thirst-quenching flavors to help you refresh, replenish, and refuel. Prime is a perfect boost for any endeavor. We're confident you'll love it as much as we do. Brought to you by Alfred's Distributing. Iscare Realty. Iscare Realty is your hometown real estate office in Calexico and serving the entire Imperial Valley. Go see Mark Iscare at Iscare Realty, 760-357-9707. Iscare Realty, the mark of excellence. I like that. So the Wildcats now with 8:43 remaining are taking over inside their 20. We're going to say the 19, the right hash. That means the wide side of the field will bring you Daniloff, number 3. Number 4, Brandon Porras in the slot. Zane Richards looks to be the single back next to Matt Gutierrez. Motion by Porras.
They jumped into the neutral zone. That's on Cibola.
Watch the ball. I think all D linemen are taught just watch the ball. Look like Israel Ibarra. Ibarra, as I said, was a starting inside linebacker, now moved out to the edge. Probably a little bit of linebacker in him, just trying to get that read step in, jumps offside. First down, 5 for the Raiders. Wildcats still in the same formation. Motion by Porras. The give is to Richards. Richards tries the left side of the line. Richards to the 35. He's up to the 40. A good hard run, good blocking, big hole. Runs it up to.
Superb job of reading his blocking.
Nice.
Superb job. Excellent, young man. Excellent.
And that's the kind of runner that Zane Richards is. He's always looking for a move. He's inside, plays it tight, quick feet. Where was that ball? Inside the 8? It was inside the 20,
the ball was sitting on the Brawley 19.
Great run. 24 yards, I'll give him on that. 8:15 remaining. Gutierrez looking to his left. He shoots for Brandon Porras, and it's picked off by number 5. That's Diego Valdez. Diego Valdez up to the 45 and driven out by Zane Richards. Coach, the defensive backfield was one of the highlights you said you kept talking about last week in Imperial.
I'll tell you, the free safety then simply dropped, and his rule is nobody gets behind you. And he read the quarterback, and when that post pattern started to come towards him, stepped in front.
He was floating right in it.
Yes, he did.
And it was great that you mentioned that, because as that happened, number 4, Brandon Porras, all of a sudden turned into a DB, it seemed like.
Yep.
A defensive back. So was there a penalty on the play?
I don't know what it was.
Must have been something.
Blocking the back or something. Let's see.
Well, these are the things. You have a great positive play. You have great field position, and then you get knocked for a penalty.
Yep.
These are the things that need to be erased as a football team. You're getting every season starts like a puzzle. Now you're starting to get your pieces together. Those are the kind of pieces you need to lose.
Yes.
7:59 remaining. Back is McNair. McNair steps up, shoots it out to the left side and incomplete, intended for number 80, and that is Damian Camarillo. Camarillo had a decent game last week, played well.
He had
as well as McNair.
He had a receiver open, not the out route, but he had a receiver coming up the seam that was open in about a 13-yard window. But I apparently never saw him.
Here's the deal. When you're out there playing quarterback and when you're under pressure, man, it's a whole different story.
Yes.
You have these moving parts coming at you. So here we go.
Single wing.
Give to number
Spinner.
21. That is nice play. What do you call that, Coach?
That's the old spinner series.
Ricardo Bravo on the carry.
You take if the ball's coming to you, you take a jab step forward, reverse pivot with your back to the line of scrimmage. You got back zigzagging behind you.
A lot of movement.
Yes, and if you're on defense trying to find where the ball is.
I guess that's why they call it a spinner. Your head is
spinner
spinning.
series, yeah. There's a sweep off of it, there's a misdirection off of it, and there's a fake of both, and the quarterback diving into the line.
A lot of stuff to bite on for the defense.
Yes.
7:20 remaining, third down and 5.
Single wing.
Now they're tied, split to the top. They give back to Bravo. Bravo tries that again, but from the sniffer position, what do you call that? You just call him a sniffer. The term's now a sniffer since you're so close to the line.
In the old single wing, the two guys back there taking the snaps, you're talking about the quarterback and you're talking about the tailback.
Okay, give him tailback.
The up back is commonly called the blocking back,
Yeah.
and the outside man, the wing back.
Wing, yes, sir. So fourth down, that'll bring up fourth down. Back to kick will be Brigham Holt. Snapping will be number 7, Ty Stout. Back to receive is number 12 for Brawley. That is junior Damian Clemente. Alongside him will be J.D. Arianes. You got a player just come running onto the field, Coach.
Yeah, I know it.
Nice punt. So there you go. Nice punt. Great roll for
That's
Cibola.
inside the 10.
Inside the 10, we'll say the 7 down by number 21, Bravo. So Brigham Holt, right now, punt is their best play with 6:09 remaining. Wildcats 14, Raiders 0. IID, Imperial Irrigation District, your local public water and energy company, providing reliable water, service, and energy to the Imperial Valley 24/7, 365. The IID, keeping the lights on and the water flowing in the Imperial Valley. Marianne Valenzuela Finley, State Farm Insurance. Marianne is your State Farm Insurance agent in Imperial Valley. Like a good neighbor, she's located at 122 Main Street in Brawley. Give her a call, 760-344-0447 for all your insurance needs. Back to action, Gutierrez. Fakes to Moreno. Zigzagging his way to the 15. Works his spins to the 20. Cuts back, and he falls forward to the 21. So the ball was at, I'm going to say the 13-yard run up to the 21-yard line.
There's a perfect example of two things. A great run,
Yes.
but also poor tackling.
I was about to say that. Way to go, Coach.
Poor tackling.
And here's the reason. I mean, here's the thing. As you're giving up points on defense as you have, so with the timeout with 5:55 remaining, we have the Brawley Wildcats 14, Cibola Raiders 0. The Original Town Pump Steakhouse. For the best steaks in Imperial Valley, visit the Original Town Pump, located at 200 West Main Street in Westmoreland. Family fine dining at its best. 760-344-3663 for reservations. Grosso's, an Imperial Valley tradition since 1955. Family owned and operated. Located at 1902 West Main Street in El Centro. Order to go or come in for that Italian dining experience. Intercare. When it comes to healthcare, Intercare is here to help with locations throughout the Imperial Valley. Intercare, improving the health and wellness of our community. So, Coach, 5:55 remaining. You're down 14-0. What are the Cibola Raiders coaches talking about right now?
One thing, they're wringing their hands. They are, Coach, and I'm not trying to be funny when I say that, because it's like Murphy's Law. You know, everything seems that can go wrong is going to happen, and
You get a great
the
punt.
players are there, but they're not making the tackles.
Exactly on defense. So here we go, 1st and 10 for the Wildcats, right outside their 20-yard line. We're going to say the 22.
They're still in the 4-man front.
4-man front. Gutierrez shoots it out. That's number 21, Gilbert Valenzuela. Valenzuela carries that up to the 31-yard line, and he'll be short of a first down. Spreading the ball around is Gutierrez. That is Gilbert Valenzuela, number 21. Gilbert is a senior. Also a very good soccer player on the Brawley Union High soccer team. 2nd down and short, we'll say 1. Ball's right at the 31-yard line. 5:20 remaining in the first quarter. Is this their 3rd or 4th possession, Coach?
This is Brawley's 4th.
4th.
5th possession.
That's Brandon Porras. Porras to the 35. He's at the 40. He's going to be brought down by number 14, Isaac Tapia.
It's the fifth. This was the fifth because the one possession only lasted 4 seconds and they scored.
And they got a pick on one.
Yes.
An interception. So here we go.
Yes.
Ball at the 45-yard line, Wildcat 45. This drive started, I believe, at the 8-yard line.
Hello to my wife, Z. She's home, and she's making your favorite this weekend, Coach, banana bread.
I sure would like to have that ready by our trip going to the UCLA game tomorrow. First and 10. Ball's at the 45-yard line. Wildcats. Power set. And again,
they jumped.
Offsides.
They jumped, and then that's the second time tonight that they're, you tell defensive people, don't listen to the go count, the cadence. You're looking at the ball. It's right in front of you.
First down and 5 for the Wildcats. Ball's right at the 50-yard line. Raiders right now making it easy for the Wildcats to move. First and 5. Running back Zane Richards to the left of Gutierrez. Gutierrez now looks. He steps up. He's going to roll out to his right. He's
got room.
Grass.
He's got room.
He's at the 40. Cuts back. 35. Spins forward. Runs his way to the 30 and steps out maybe at the 27-yard line. A lot of effort there.
And again, poor tackling again.
Poor tackling again. Knocked out by Reed Autry, a sophomore defensive end.
Well, I tell you, Cibola has their problems, Coach. They got work cut out for them.
So 4:16 remaining. Gutierrez was not a design run. Had a lot of grass to the right of him. Ball now at the 28-yard line of Cibola. Whiteside will be to the left.
To me, from just looking at the size of their kids and looking at them, they would be, this is just me, they would be better off on an offense that concentrates on 3 or 4 or 5 yards at a crack. Passing game, play action.
Short.
Yes.
Short route.
Yes.
First down and 10, 3:40 remaining. Wildcats with the first down. Gutierrez gives to Richards to the right side.
Dive.
Richards is going to gain 9 on that play. And like I said,
the old-fashioned dive.
Second and short for the Wildcats with 3:17 remaining.
Brawley is improving. What I see, they are really improving, Coach. They really are.
It's their 3rd game of the year. This would have been their 4th game. However, thanks to Hurricane Hillary, they did not play Scripps Ranch. They'll play them on the 29th. Big test is ahead next week, but right now they have to deal with the and here comes counter option, Coach.
Yep.
And that's Zane Richards.
Out of the split back set.
Richards is going to get a first down up to the 15-yard line. So with 2:38 remaining, the Wildcats now knocking on the door once again.
You know what I see here, Coach? I see Brawley working on things they're going to need down the line when they get into the league, et cetera. They're working on them.
They have, and that's very smart coaching. I mean,
yes,
kind of like situational coaching. I mean, if you're sitting here thinking, wow, why do they keep throwing? Well, that's what the Wildcats want to do. And the treasure is Julian Danilov again for a second touchdown. A quick slant. Was that a slant?
It was a post from the wide out to the left.
So Julian Danilov having a good night. That's 2 touchdowns in 1 quarter. We talked about Julian Danilov, who's coming off a shoulder injury that he sustained as a sophomore. Been giving him a little bit of problems, but right now you couldn't tell if this kid had any kind of injury. So congratulations, Julian. Second touchdown of the night.
We're not out of the first quarter yet.
2:01 remaining. So Brawley is doing something that Imperial
didn't do. Brawley's capitalizing, and not only capitalizing, but they're driving.
That was a long drive.
know.
That was, so.
Yes.
And here's the thing. That
Started on their own 7.
You hit it right, Coach. They are taking advantage of good field position, but also driving the ball.
Mm-hmm.
So set to kick is Urbano. Manuel Urbano sets it up, and he makes it. So he is now 3 for 3 with 2:01 remaining in the first quarter. We have the Wildcats 21, Cibola Raiders 0. The Dom team. For all your real estate needs, give Doug or Andrew a call at 760-337-8600. The Dom family has been in the Valley since 1908 for business, residential, and farmland real estate. It's the Dom team. Ivy Welding and Mechanical, industrial welding contractor, serving the geothermal and all industrial facilities in Imperial Valley. Ivy Welding is a proud sponsor of Valley Sports Network. Give Fred a call at 760-483-WELD. That's WELD. 2:01 remaining. Set to kick will be Manuel Urbano again. We're going to be saying his name quite a bit if he's going to be kicking PATs and kicking off. Deep to receive is number 80. Looks like they put Camarillo back there. And number 21, Bravo. That is Ricardo Bravo. Wildcats now, are they going to pooch or are they going to just kick it deep?
Pooch again.
Bravo catches it at the 20, cuts back, he's at the 30, tries to find his way outside to the 35, 40. Good field position.
Mm-hmm.
And no flag, so it's a good return up to the 41-yard line. A little bit of breakdown on the containment outside.
I call that a pooch because I just don't think he's putting his entire foot into it, Coach. It's just, I think it's high, and he's intending for the coverage to get underneath it. I know the pooch kick is normally about 10 yards behind or to 15 behind the front line, but I still classify that in the pooch area.
So here we go. That caught me off guard, and that's what the single wing will do to you.
Yeah, they snapped to the up back.
That was number 36, Demarion Wilson. Wilson listed as a fullback. 1:33 remaining. It's been a long first quarter. Wildcat defense out there. Ball's at the 43-yard line. And it's great to see the Brawley Field in great condition tonight. We've got the numbers out there.
It is great.
It just looks very good job on the great job. 1:11 remaining. The give is to Bravo. Bravo trying the right side and nothing doing. Brought down by Matthew Moreno, number 23, and also that looks like number 31, Chris Camilo.
That's the crisscross off of the single wing, and it's just too slow. That play has got to hit fast. Those backs crossing, rapidly, and it's just not happening. And Brawley reacted, stuffed it.
And also, that kind of offense works, but you have to minimize penetration by that defense.
You can't have penetration, Coach.
Minimize whatever, but you cannot do it correct.
You can't have people coming through the gaps.
Never.
No.
McNair shoots it over, intended for number 1. That's Ibarra. Incomplete pass. 4th down and 11 with 25 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Defended well by the Wildcats. So the Wildcat run defense is clicking right now. Anything that –
it's going to be 3 and out again for Cibola.
And you can't be putting your defense out there.
No.
I mean, how long did that possession take?
Coach,
I would think maybe a minute.
Well, there was 2:10 when they started, when they took over.
25 seconds remaining. Again, back to kick is Brigham Holt. Deep snapper is Ty Stout. Deep to receive is Damian Clemente, number 12, and J.D. Arion is number 7. And an almost great effort by, that's number 9, Valdez. Clemente to the 40, 45, up to the 47-yard line.
Great field position again.
Short field brought down by number 21 of the Raiders. That's Ricardo Bravo. So Damian Clemente with a nice return. Ball is up at, we're going to give him at the 47-yard line. 15 seconds remaining. Burgers and Beer, for the best burgers in town. If you can't make it to the game, come watch VSN's Game of the Week at Burgers and Beer, located at 260 North Imperial Avenue in El Centro. Hope we're on right now, guys. Wildcats coming out. They will run a play leading into the second quarter. 15 seconds remaining. Dominating first quarter by the Wildcats. Great field position right now. The last one started at 7. This one's going to start at the 47. Gutierrez. Oh, and the ball comes off. Has time to recover. Rolls to his left.
No contain.
Damian Clemente right through his hands.
Defensive end who's got contain on the quarterback, sucked inside. And Matt Gutierrez was able to roll out outside of him.
You know, if you're, like we stated earlier, Brawley's working on things to be a better team against better. These are little things right here. This missed pass, come on.
Exactly.
Right through the hands, great throwing ball, execute. Wildcats working on that.
There's one when you have players look at it, you say, you catch the ball with your thumbs together or your little fingers together, and you catch it with your eyes. Look at all the way in.
Look at all the way in. Second down and 10 for the Wildcats. 9 seconds remaining.
You got trips over here on the left side.
Trip to the wide side. That's the left. Single back. Looks like number 23, Moreno.
They jumped again.
I might say that was Brawley.
That might have been Brawley. That might have been on the tackle.
That might have been number 50. That might have been, the tackle.
The tackle.
Oh,
no, they called it on the defense.
Ooh.
He reacted to the defense. That's the third one of those.
Third one of the night. And you're helping Brawley.
Yes.
Second down and 5. Second down and 5. Now you're inside. They're inside Cibola Raider territory at the 48. Gutierrez looking to the left. He's shooting. That is Danilov. Danilov, but I think he's out of bounds. No, it's a catch. Highlight reel. In this one quarter alone, Julian Danilov may get some offers of this one quarter.
And look at the yardage that Matt
Gutierrez that catch there, my angle, wow. I say out of bounds, but
Coach, I'm going to be really up front. Brawley could throw every down on them. They're getting no pressure up front.
End of the first quarter, folks, and with the end of the first quarter here at Warne Field, the Brawley Wildcats 21, Cibola Raiders 0. CR&R Incorporated. With recycling now important more than ever, CR&R Incorporated has developed. Cool.
Grosso's, an Imperial Valley tradition since 1955. Family owned and operated. Located at 1902 West Main Street, El Centro. Grosso's is open Wednesday through Sunday at 5 p.m. Order to go or come in for the Italian dining experience.
Welcome back to Warne Field. VSN on a special Friday Night Lights here in Brawley, California. We find the Brawley Wildcats 21, Cibola Raiders 0. They're about Cibola with their backs against the wall, right at the 10-yard line are the Wildcats at the 11. They can still get a first down.
Yes.
Motion by number 2. There's
Abraham
Cibolos. Cibolos with a good block by Porras.
He's going to score. Nope. Little short.
Falls right at the 1-yard line, maybe the half-yard line. Good block out there by Brandon Porras. Abraham Cibolos, a senior, with a good run up to the 1-yard line. So with 11:49 remaining, Wildcats may score within the first minute of the second quarter. I'm sorry. Gutierrez brings him up. A little bit of a tight set.
Their
split to
power
the right.
set.
The give is to Moreno, and a great play by number 45. And that's number 45 who's stepping in, Chris Contreras.
That's the best defensive play that Cibola's had all night.
I think there was at the half-yard line. The kid came shooting in. Goal line defense, no doubt. No gain on the play. 2nd down and goal.
You got no room here. You let it all hang out.
That was a great play by that kid,
Yes.
45. Great play by Contreras.
You do not hesitate.
So the Wildcats now with 10:57 remaining in the second quarter, just starting the second quarter. Gutierrez give to Moreno. Moreno will find his way over, and it's a touchdown signal by Moreno. So Moreno gets in. The Wildcats punch it in with 10:45 remaining.
And 2 guys hit him in the backfield.
I saw that.
Two guys hit him in the. Again, I'm sorry, but just poor tackling.
Poor tackling, and you got to rally. I mean,
Yes.
of all points, of all parts of the football field, the section you must rally is at the goal line. You got 2 guys hitting the guy right at the line of scrimmage or behind.
Yes.
Let's get it going on. 10:45, set to kick is Manuel Urbano again. He's 3 for 3 tonight. Let's see if he'll go 4 for 4. The snap is a little bit high, down by Porras and Urbano. In, no good.
No good. I'll be darned.
So Urbano, 3 out of 4.
26 zip. You alluded to something earlier, Coach, for being down on the goal line and having your back to the wall. Red Sanders, coach at UCLA, made a famous statement. He said, more character is built on the 1-yard line than all of the boardrooms of America.
I dig that. I love that. What I find amazing is this. All these great quotes in sports are from head coaches from UCLA. John Wooden, Red Sanders. Red Sanders, the only guy to ever win a national title for the Bruins.
Yeah,
right, Coach?
and he won it with a single wing.
Nice. What a great, hey,
Yes, he won. And you know who the single wing quarterback was?
Billy Kilmer.
Billy Kilmer.
Oh,
That's
man.
right. And the tailback was Rayford Johnson.
Rayford Johnson, Olympic star, Olympic
Yes,
hero.
yes.
10:45 remaining. The Wildcats now with a 27-0 lead.
And there was an Imperial Valleyite who played for Red Sanders in the
Who's
single wing, Primo Villanueva.
Out of Calexico.
Yes.
Urbano set to kick. Now, what kick will we have today? And it's another pooch. And this one might work, Coach.
Yes.
This one might work.
Oh, Brawley's going to get it again. That looked like. Let's see.
It's Brawley ball.
Brawley ball. Oh, no.
And here's the thing, Coach. Like, it's not your it's the pooch. And what it's doing to the Raiders, it's putting them in a position where their judgment's not there. Their decision making seems to be delayed.
Why isn't there a coach telling that line to move up?
1st and 10 for the Wildcats. The ball is inside it's at the 38-yard line.
Wow. You know, a lot of people that are watching and don't really know, I'm serious about this, think that coaching is carrying a clipboard and putting a whistle around your neck. There are a million little things.
Right.
And what I just mentioned is one of them. You make those adjustments.
10:45 remaining. Motion is Damian Clemente. He fakes it. Gutierrez is looking. He's looking to throw. He's rolling to his left. He has some yards. He's tossing, and Julian Daniloff will have
Out of bounds. He's out of the back of the end zone.
Out of bounds. And I'm going to tell you, Julian Daniloff has an ability to bend his body. I mean, I thought he had his foot in. But on that one catch there, it was an incomplete pass. However, the one he made on the sidelines from up here looked like he was out of bounds. He just has that ability to have his feet in bounds.
The Raiders had a shot at a sack and, again, missed a tackle.
Missed tackle. Wildcats almost made him pay for that. So 2nd down and 10.
Let's be honest about it. Brawley's going to get a tougher test next week.
They're going to get a tougher test. And
boy, on the 29th, too.
But here's the deal. Just after this play with 10:32 remaining, Gutierrez looking directly to his left. He's
All
looking,
day.
And that's complete to Brandon Porras. Porras up to the 31-yard line.
All day to throw the ball, Coach.
As you said, the Wildcats will have 2 big tests coming up. Next week will be University City.
Mm-hmm.
Now, here's the thing. As you said, the Wildcats in a game like this, working on things that they're going to need down the road. Well,
Yes.
down the road, as you said, are big tests for the Wildcats.
Yes.
Wildcats, not that they're changing their identity on offense, but they have a kid that could throw. They have good receivers. They're now shifting over to putting that ball in the air. And you don't get this kind of experience at practice against Scout Team D.
No.
This is where it has to get done.
Yes.
So it's not like the Wildcats are running the
they're
score
not
up.
running no
This is
score
their
up.
offense. This is what they do. And
Yes.
that's what from high school to college to pro, this is what they do. Clemente, fake give, and there's Gutierrez again. Gutierrez at the 30, 25, 20, 15, and he's just going to waltz out to the 12-yard line.
Great block by number 3.
That's Danilov, Julian Danilov.
Great block.
I was not kidding. I was not being funny about the deal. But right now there's 4 plays that Danilov kid could send out and maybe get some hits on some recruiters out there. So good play. 9:24 remaining.
Man, that block was prettier than a tax refund check, I'm telling you.
and he's working on all aspects of his game. Blocking. He's a good route runner. And he's got good set of hands. So congratulations for Danilov. A lot of hard work that kid's put in.
I'm impressed with that.
9:06 remaining. Pitch to Moreno. Moreno to the 10, to the 5.
He's in.
Touchdown. So the Wildcats now punch that in. We're right at the 9-minute mark. We now have
32 to zip.
So the Wildcats now looking to tack on their 33rd point of the game. And we got to give a call, a little recognition to Omar Torres, number 51, Joe Lopez. He's out there playing guard. Your centers, Jacob Padilla, Alejandro Cota, and Drake Seals. They are the linemen that are ready to go. The snap is to Porras, and it's up, and it is good.
Yes.
So now the Wildcats at the 9-minute mark left in the second quarter. We have the Wildcats 34, Cibola Raiders 0.
34.
CR&R, with recycling now more important than ever, CR&R Incorporated has developed innovative recycling and reuse programs. CR&R Incorporated, the face of a greener generations. Havens Landscaping, Havens and Sons Trucking is located at 603 East Main Street in El Centro, specializing in gravel, rock, and stone for all your landscaping material needs. Give them a call at 760-352-6735.
You mentioned the Danilov kid several times.
Yes.
There's a perfect example of a football player doing his entire job. Not only running patterns
right.
and catching touchdown passes, but blocking.
Blocking. Bono set to kick, and will this be another pooch, or is he going to drive it a little bit deeper than
little deeper.
But to the 15. That's Bravo up to 30, 35, 40. Bravo with a good return. That's his second good return, and he
ran hard.
Ran it.
He ran hard.
Looked like
Good return.
Looked like he was brought down by number 52, Nate Torres. 8:56 remaining.
Coach, you can remember this when Cibola used to be a powerhouse.
Well, sure.
Out of the Yuma area. I mean, a powerhouse.
They had things going on for several years when they opened up as a school. It was like an attractive school to attend. But they are, it's different times.
Yes.
Different times
Yes,
for
it
Cibola.
is. Yes, it is.
So 8:56 remaining, single wing formation. They gave us to Bravo. Bravo trying to find his way, and, man, he fights just to get up to the line of scrimmage.
The blocking on it is simple. You down block. You block the man inside of you in the gap or over the next man inside of you.
Those are your
Nobody comes through. And that time, the tackles did not seal down.
and your assignment is basically the same if you're the tackle.
It's just zone.
Zone.
It's just zone. It's
Here we
zone
go.
blocking.
Second down and 10. Ball's at the 41-yard line. 8:17 remaining in the second quarter.
It's what we used to call area blocking.
McNair looking. McNair sets it up. That's Bravo. Bravo to the 50. Bravo inside Wildcat territory for the first time. We're going to call that the 48-yard line.
Nice middle screen.
Middle screen for the Raiders. That's a good screenplay. Is a good call, Coach. You're getting all that penetration on you.
Yes.
Might slow the rush down just a bit. That's what they're trying to do. But the Raiders are trying to get a drive going. They're down 34-0, halfway through the second quarter. McNair back in with Bravo, single wing. Bravo gets the call again, off to the right side. Is that a fumble by the Raiders? It looks like a fumble. Brawley players are saying that it's their ball, and a flag, a couple of flags.
Is this Murphy's Law again for them? Uh-oh, what do we have? Now, the Brawley players are pointing towards Cibola.
But I'm wondering, was it a fumble? I mean,
That's what I'm wondering. But the flags, Brawley players were pointing towards Cibola. The officials are huddled up. This is where we need Will Torres to step in.
right.
Clarify. And also, apparently, the penalties are going to be dead ball. I thought. I might be totally wrong.
There we go.
Brawley, personal foul. Okay.
Personal foul on Brawley?
I'm wrong, and it's not the first and won't be the last time I'm wrong.
But why are they?
Personal foul on Brawley. And
Had to be Brawley's ball. Okay, got it.
So there was a fumble.
Right. I'm looking out there. I see that David Kim is coming in. David Kim is number 54.
Yeah, he was sick the other day when I did the interviews at practice. He wasn't there.
Jacob Padilla brings him up. $7:37 remaining. Motion by Porras and another.
They did it again.
Offsides, J.J. Jackson.
Fourth time tonight. You know, Coach, when you start 1st and 5, that helps.
I mean, I think that's about the third time.
Fourth.
That's about the fourth time, I believe.
Yes. That they've the neutral zone infraction.
So 1st and 5. I mean,
Hey.
you start off 1st and 5 about 4 or 5 times in this game. 7:37 remaining. We might have another one.
Yes.
That's number 63 of the Raiders jumping off sides.
My God.
Wildcats get a first down without running a play, so that's going to be a 1st and 10.
Coach, that I'm sorry, but that neutral zone jumping for 5 times, I'm sorry. That's uglier than last year's tax bill. That's just, come on, you got to straighten that out.
Ball's at the 41-yard line. Wildcats now still have everybody have their starters in there, and why not? You've got things you're working on. They have that. Here's Porras. They give us to Porras. Porras at the 40, 45. Gets
Cut it
pinned
up
down.
nice.
Brought down by number 3 of the Raiders.
Nice
That's
play.
Ivan Barone. Ivan Barone with the tackle. Gain of 6. Second down and 4. Balls right outside the 45, 47-yard line.
You know, I've watched on the motion the linebackers for Cibola. They just don't react to motion. There's no bump. They sit.
They moved some guys around. Like number 1 was Ibarra. I'm not sure where Ibarra is right now. Ibarra might be a down tackle right there. However, 6:54 remaining, second quarter. Motion by Porras, fake to Porras. Gutierrez sets. He's looking for Danilov. Danilov is out of bounds.
Again, Ronnie, the backers didn't react at all to motion.
So that will be a third down. Now,
there's a lot of ways you can handle motion, but you've got to do something, whether you line up to start with or whether you bump or
rotate over.
Rotate over, yeah. You call it a
can-
rotation, yes. It's bump an outside linebacker up, roll up the corner, safety rolls over. Come on.
Third down for the Wildcats, 6:45 remaining.
Trips to the left.
Trips to the left. We'll call that a bunch set. You got them bunched up there with. Looking to see who's down here below. That's Camilo. Strike two, slant. That is Abraham Cibola. What a great catch by Abraham Cibola. Waiting for him to get up. That's number 2, Abraham Cibola with a quick slant. 6:39 remaining.
Coach Gutierrez has all day.
Sitting there, he threw that ball like, man. That was a nice zip pass to Cibola for a first down. They're now at the 42-yard line of the Cibola Raiders with 6:24 remaining.
Great protection up front. I mean, there is no pressure on him.
Cibola still in a 4-3. Gutierrez looking to his left. Now he shoots it over to Matthew Moreno. Moreno at the
Missed
40.
tackle.
Moreno cuts back to the 35, to the 30. He's at the 25, 20. And we're going to get a call. Oh, a great run. A great run.
We got a flag. Is it going to be a hold? It's going to be a hold.
I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure. They're getting some players put away. I don't know. I mean, they had 2 flags. I mean, the back judge called it, seen it. The flank seen it, so it must have been evident. So it's from the spot of the end of the play?
Must.
Oh, okay, from the hold.
Yes, spot of the foul.
So with that,
That was on Camille.
still get the first down, as Will Torres mentioned. The Wildcats now find themselves at the 25-yard line. So despite the hold, which erased the great effort by Matthew Moreno, Wildcats still at the 25-yard line with 5:57 remaining. Moreno really worked that. Of course, was a missed tackle, couple of missed tackles, but his ability to find open space was.
Coach, I'm not taking away from Moreno at all.
No, not at all. Doubles on both sides. Gutierrez looking to shoot it again. He's rolling out to his right. He looks. He's throwing for Brandon Porras, and again a little bit outside. That second ball thrown out of bounds, off the field. Second down and 10.
You know who was wide open?
No.
Number 3.
I think the kids are running back to the huddle and telling Matt, I'm open.
wide open. Whoa.
$5:50 remaining. As we said, second down and 10. Any updates on any games?
They did it again.
Or was it too much time on Brawley?
Oh, let's see. Delayed game.
I got
You're
it.
right.
I got it.
Coach, you got it.
It rubs off. Will Torres usually is spot on. He knows what's going on. He sees
Yes.
and it's a funny thing. He sees a penalty before it even happens.
Yeah, I know it.
Before it's called. So
He's our conscience up here in the booth.
yeah, he is. No, he's ignoring us now. Little does he know I could see him through the mirror, through the window. 40. We have a score with the Calexico Bulldogs 42. O'Farrell Charter 0. 42-0 in the second quarter.
I'm impressed with Brawley's execution.
And they should be, Coach.
Yes, I'm impressed.
A couple of quick scores last night. Vincent Memorial had a tough game, a really good game. 40-34 winners over Southwest. Currently, the Imperial Tigers 20, Gila Ridge 0. That's in the second quarter. As we said, Calipatria plays on Saturday, and so does Palo Verde. But we do have, as I said, Calexico 42-0 ahead of O'Farrell Charter. Gutierrez with the snap. Gutierrez looks like he's going to set off a screen, and that's Zane Richards. A good defensive play.
There's a great tackle.
That's a good tackle, wrapped up, stayed at home.
Great open field tackle.
Made a play.
Yes.
So the brought down. Good hustle by number 14 of the Raiders. That's Isaac Tapia. And that's a second good tackle by Tapia. So good job there with 4:58 remaining and ticking. Ball's at the 24-yard line. Fourth down and 9. And here's the situation. Yeah, you have to go for it.
Oh, yeah.
Gutierrez is looking. He's blitzed a little. He tosses it over to Abraham. Cibola is incomplete.
That's a good defensive play.
Good defensive play. You got to rush. You got people in his face.
Yes.
Didn't give him all day. Good defensive play.
And
Turnover
the
on
ball
down.
belongs to both. And he stepped inside and got a hand on it.
4:31 remaining in the second quarter. The Cibola Raiders will reach medical response service. Donnie Wharton reminds you that when seconds count, you can depend on Reach Medical Transportation Service. Out come the Raiders. Ball's placed at the 24-yard line. Andrew McNair is number 11. That's the quarterback. Empty set. McNair steps up, being rushed, pressured by number 9,
Sacked.
Alec Valdez, and brought down by number 59. I believe that is Drake Seals.
And there was nobody open. The people will look at this wide receiver over here, but he was covered.
Alec Valdez put out the pressure, squeezed him right into Drake Seals. Sack. I think that might be the first sack of the night, maybe.
I can remember. Who is number 2 on Brawley?
That is Abraham Cibola.
Hey, good coverage then.
The kid's a good cover man. He's a great athlete. Good athlete. Is Abraham Cibola.
He had the cover. He never even relaxed on the guy until the sack took place.
You said the key word. This kid never relaxes. The give is up to, I believe that's number 36, Demarion. Is that Wilson? Okay. Gets a few yards back. They're looking now at a 3rd down and 12. Ball is at the 22-yard line.
I'm very impressed with Coach Rubio's defense. The whole defense. I am impressed.
Well, you know, it's a kind of offense. I bet it's kind of hard to run scout on. Getting a good look in practice. What I'm trying to say.
God, I tell you, hats off to Rick because those kids are well coached. Great job.
That was number 17, Messiah Mays, who had a good game last week. Number 17 of Cibola had a good game versus the Imperial Tigers. Now, looks like number 30, Brigham Holt, is coming back in for another punt as it is 4th and 11 with 2:45 remaining in the second quarter. The ball is at the 24-yard line, 23, I'm sorry. So 2:33 remaining. Wildcats get the ball with 2 minutes, Coach. What do you think?
It's a one-sided game. It is. It's a one-sided game. Brawley's working on some things for down the line. I'm impressed with them, both sides of the ball.
Good kick by Holt. Ariana's on the recovery. 45. Ariana's, that's JD.
Good
up
tackle.
To the 49. Good tackle, good hustle. That's Ty Stout, number 7, along with number 17, Messiah Mays.
Nice tackle.
Nice tackle. So the Wildcats now will take over at their 49-yard line with 2:11 remaining.
There's 2 things you can do here. You can just work on your ground game and run out the clock, or you can take a look at the clock and tell the kids, look, we're going to work on the 2-minute O.
Let's go see what we can do.
Yeah, there's two things you can do here.
.211 remaining. First down and 10. Ball's at the 49-yard line. You have some changes on the Wildcat line. Trips to the left. That's the wide side for Gutierrez. Single back is Matt Moreno. Gutierrez set to throw. He throws it down the middle. The income.
Oh!
Brandon Porras with the. You won't see that very much from Brandon Porras. 2:07 remaining.
But that's the old saying, hit him in the wrong place. Hit him in the
Hit
hands.
him in the hand. Second down and 10. Ball at the 49. 2:07 remaining. Ojeda Industries. Tony and Patricia Ojeda serving the Imperial Valley for all your industrial and agriculture needs, such as hydraulic service and repair. Located in Brawley at 1698 Jones Street. La Fonda Bar and Grill. Experience the vibrant flavors of Mexico at La Fonda Bar and Grill. Sizzling carne asada to mouth-watering enchiladas. That's La Fonda Bar. 2:07 remaining. Second down for the Wildcats. Gutierrez fakes to Moreno. He's looking downfield. He shoots. That's Julian Danilov, who kind of slowed down, but he's overthrown.
Yep.
Looked like he stopped, hesitated on his route there.
Had all day to throw it again.
Had a lot of time to throw the ball.
This is Brawley's 9th possession of the first half.
That doubles what Imperial did in the first half. .201 remaining in the second quarter. Wildcats now looking at a third down and 10. Ball's at their 49.
Cibola's only had the possession 5 times.
Gutierrez looking, had to step up, looking for Porras, picked off by number 19.
His arm
That's
was
Devin
hit.
Burris. Burris looking down the line. Burris is all the way into Wildcat territory to the 42.
Gutierrez's arm was hit right as he released.
Wow. And like I said, they've got pressure on him and made it a little bit harder to throw. And why not? You have to do that. So 150 remaining. They will trade the ball over to the Cibola Raiders. Imperial Flying Service, taking care of the entire Imperial Valley with all your aviation fuel needs. Proud supporter of our U.S. military and the Imperial Valley communities. Raiders come out with the first and 10. Ball is at the Wildcat 42-yard line.
Ball in the air a lot. It's been a long half.
Been a long half. McNair brings him up. McNair is going to be dropped down by Nate Torres, number 52, and 64, Andrew Tiger.
There's Coach Rubio's front.
So that front gets a sack, and look at that loss. How did it get that
Wow.
far back? So at the 42, the ball's
About a
going to be
12-yard loss, Coach. 12.
quite a bit. 12-yard loss. They're looking now at a second down and 22.
Great pressure up front.
Great pressure brought it down. Well, usually right after a turnover, you're trying to look to hit them hot. Maybe Rubio thought there was going to be a pass. 109 remaining and ticking. Second down and quite a bit of ways to go for McNair. McNair looking, shoots it off to the right. That's complete to Camarillo.
Wide screen.
That's Damian Camarillo, number 80, with the catch. He's a sophomore. 50 seconds remaining. Third down and, let's say, 15-17. .37 seconds remaining. Do they have to run another play? Yes, they do. McNair comes in with the play, got the play from the sidelines. 31 seconds remaining. 28 seconds. With the third down, I don't think you want to do anything
No.
anything too much to.
No,
Well, here we
McNair
go.
going to throw.
He's going to throw. He's rolling to his left. He's pressured. He throws. It's underthrown, intended for Camarillo with 12 seconds remaining.
Coach, he threw right into double coverage.
Threw into coverage. He was being hounded down by Andrew Tiger. He had the pressure on him.
Double coverage.
Imperial County Public Health Department. The mission of the Imperial County Public Health Department is to promote, protect, and support the health of people, the environment in our community.
See, now what happens now, Coach, you got an incomplete pass, which kills the clock. So now you've got a punt, which you're taking the chance of Brawley running it back.
Running it back or going for the block, which maybe you want to practice punt block.
Exactly. Right here's a chance to do it.
Brigham Holt set to punt. It's been a good punting night for Brigham and the Raiders. And there is another decent kick off to the right of the.
Good kick.
Good kick to the 24.
Good kick.
Good kick. And it looks like, are they going to run the time off?
Yep.
1.2 seconds down the clock, showing 1.2 seconds. Good punt. The kid. So that's one part of the team they fit, or that looks better tonight, is that punting.
Oh, yeah.
Let's be
last
honest
week, their punting game was the Titanic.
It was. So they made the change. Things are looking good.
Mm-hmm.
First down and 10 for the Wildcats. They're at the 25-yard line with 1.2 seconds remaining. As the Wildcats are running into play. El Centro Police Department, dedicated to serve our community through the partnerships, professionalism, and uncompromising excellence. Quality of life protection and service is our commitment. So here we go, 1.2 seconds remaining. Wildcats, what will they do? Like
short
they're
a man.
Missing a man. They're short a man. I just want to know.
Oh. Okay. Took a knee. 34 is it.
And with that, at halftime, the Brawley Wildcats 34, Cibola Raiders 0.
Imperial Flying Service, taking care of the entire Imperial Valley with all your aviation fuel needs. Imperial Flying Service is a proud supporter of our U.S. military, the aviation community, and all Imperial Valley communities.
InnerCare since 1970. When it comes to healthcare, InnerCare is here to help, with locations throughout the Imperial Valley. InnerCare, improving the health and wellness of the community.
Whether you're looking to purchase or sell, your next home awaits. Give the Dom team a call. With over 50 years of experience and over 100 years in the Imperial Valley, Andy and Doug can help you find the right home at the right price fast. Visit us online at www.thedomteam.com and let Andrew and Doug find the perfect home for you. Call today, 760-337-8600.
Lee Tire Company. We are a local, family-owned business specializing in tires and automotive needs. We are located at 114 Main Street, El Centro. Call us at 760-352-1721.
Marianne Valenzuela Fenley is your State Farm insurance agent in the Imperial Valley. And like a good neighbor, she's located at 528 G Street in Brawley. Call State Farm agent Marianne Valenzuela Fenley at 760-344-0447 for your home, auto, and life insurance.
At Burgers and Beer, our customers are like family. Let's hear what a few of them have to say about us.
We're here at Burgers and Beer with the best burgers in town.
We get to sit together and enjoy the great food.
I like from Burgers and Beer is in the lemonade.
For the fresh iced tea, whether it's breakfast, lunch, or dinner.
This is wonderful, very fast, very efficient.
I love the great food and family environment.
I love the burgers and the customer service.
So come and see us and find out for yourself at Burgers and Beer.
Ojeda Industries is here to offer solutions with exceptional products and services for all your agricultural, industrial, and power transmission needs. It's Ojeda Industries, hydraulic repair service in Brawley at 1698 Jones Street. Call us at 760-623-7299.
South Cali Air Conditioning, the #1 York dealer in the Imperial Valley. Contact them today for all your AC needs. Call them at 760-556-9901.
Day in and day out, your publicly owned Imperial Irrigation District proudly delivers low-cost, reliable energy service to its customers in the Imperial and Coachella Valleys. When compared to other power providers, IID's residential, commercial, and governmental customers all save up to 50% on their monthly energy bills. That's because IID is committed to more than just delivering power. IID is committed to you. IID, where customers always come first.
Kaz Bros Design Shop offers trophies, awards, custom t-shirts, embroidery, signs, and banners.
We just moved, so there's millions of...
Valley is in bloom, over 9 acres. When we started, we grew 1/4 of an acre.
Now I'm taking on new projects on the regular.
We always dreamed of having this property, so...
I want to make my yard look as beautiful as...
Largemouth bass?
Yep.
We've got tons of them, don't we, buddy?
There are millions of ways to make the most of your land. How will you make the most of yours?
Visit us online at rdoequipment.com or contact your local RDO for in-stock availability.
Reducing energy use during the summer is more important than ever. This summer, IID encourages you to do your part by setting your thermostat to 78 degrees or higher, avoiding the use of large appliances between 4 and 9 p.m., and turning off all unnecessary lighting. But there's more. IID provides a number of summer energy-saving opportunities to help you make the most of your energy savings efforts. Check out our tips and energy saving guides at IID.com. Let's work together to stay cool and save energy this summer.
We have created our own drink company. The fastest growing sports drink in history.
We will pride! We will pride! Ladies and gentlemen, we go.
The monkey has pride!
This season, we are hydrated.
The official sports drink of the UFC. It's time!
Oh, that's good.
Yeah!
Welcome back, everyone. With me at halftime guest right here is Mr. Billy Brewer, athletic director at Brawley Union High School with the score 34-0. Brawley Wildcats over Cibola Raiders. Billy, how's everything going? No stranger to the field out here.
No, I think the kids are playing hard. We can play a little smarter, no doubt about it, but they're playing hard overall, and we needed to come out and make a statement that first half, and I think they did that.
Well, Billy, so before I go into what I was going to talk to you about, there's one thing I've noticed about these Brawley Wildcats, and they've come out strong in not only the whole first half, but especially in the first quarter. And that's what you want when you're trying to get that unity and you know, let's just call it what it is, the weaker team in Cibola. But the thing is, hey, listen, we know where you're at, we know where you stand. The thing is, let's go get them and fix those little mistakes that are kind of irritate sometimes the coaching staff.
Definitely. I think they're learning as they go. Remember, this is the third game.
Yeah.
A lot of these kids have played 4 games. Cibola, I think, was 2 weeks behind us on the Yuma side. But, yeah, we got some catching up to do. Obviously, line, and there's some things out there. But there's also some great things happening and team camaraderie, and they're playing hard and getting after it on both sides of the ball.
Yeah, and you say that this is Brawley's Brawley's third game, 4th week. But it sure does feel mid-season already.
Oh, football's it's here, man. And
yeah.
With this humidity, the heat, and, you know, I enjoy it. I mean, I love being down by that sideline and seeing those kids get excited and, you know, just want to make their team and their community and parents happy and proud.
Well, when you talk about community, you talk about pride, and you talk about student athletes, this new sport, I mean, new to us, new to everybody in California, but it's girls flag football, Billy. It's really exciting. I know we've talked a lot about it, but the people want to know about it. But one of the reasons we brought you in here is we want to talk about the format CIF has set up for after the regular season, because this is important. This is, to
Absolutely.
me, I find it very interesting the way they did it. And I'm going to let Billy explain it because he was at the meeting straight from Joe Hines, Commissioner, CIF San Diego section. So explain to not only myself, but to our audience out there, Billy.
So last week, both Victor Cruz from Imperial and myself were on the coordinating council at CIF, along with Joe Evangelist, our Southeastern Conference president, and they went over some of this stuff. And basically what's happened, let me just say first, I think people need to start taking flag football serious. It's not powder puff. It's flag football. These kids are competitive. They're playing where they started and where they're at now, and it's unbelievable to me. And the coaches, J.J. Galvan's doing a great job, and his coaching staff. But, you know, so what it ends up, there's 44 total teams playing flag football in San Diego County out of about 135 schools. Those 44 teams break down to 2 divisions, Division I with 22 teams, Division II with 22 teams. Out of that will be 2 12-team brackets. And those are based on it's based on enrollment on the divisions. Now, it gets a little fishy when you start getting to the seeding part of it, how you're going to be seated in that 12-team bracket. So, basically, I was talking to Todd Casson, our assistant commissioner, who does a great job, and they're going to bring all the commissioners, not the commissioners, but the presidents of the conferences in, and we're going to talk about it. I imagine that means it's going to be based on records this year. You know, like a league champ and record, and, you know, whether you're a seed 1, 2, all the way down to 12, right? And so that's what I see happening, and it's only going to grow. I mean, they're already talking about it at the state level either next year or the following year, so it's only going to grow.
So, in retro speaking, let's just say there's 44 teams in San Diego. They're going to split them into 2 divisions, and they're going to go old school with that, and they're going to go by the population in the schools. So my next question is, for instance, where do you see Brawley at?
You know, I think we were ranked number 6 here just a little bit ago. So but that was all of CIF. That was all of 44 teams. So I don't know how this is going to work out. What I will tell you is, you know, we go by a power, you know, ranking and everything else with all these different organizations that are in football, right? Power ranking and max prep, and everybody's got a little bit of their own little thing. In flag football, it's not that way. It's very basic this year. Going to sit around the table and talk, and we used to have to do this in Southern Section, fight for what you're going to get, and it's the same kind of dilemma we have this year, and that'll only get better. Again, CIF's trying to figure this out. The state is trying to figure this out. This is all brand new, and NFL's behind it, and it's a big deal right now, obviously, and it's only going to grow.
So we plan on keeping on top of that. As soon as you know, Billy will let us know, and then we'll pass it on to the audience. But this is exciting times because the season's got a couple more weeks, and then the girls are going to enter CIF. And Billy, I'll tell you right now, it looks like you're going to be in Division 1.
Oh, we'll be in Division 1.
We'll
definitely be in Division 1.
I think you're going to be in Division 1.
Yes.
So we'll definitely keep everybody updated. And as soon as Billy knows, we'll pass it on to our audience. And thank you very much. Enjoying the halftime festivities here. As tonight is AYF, youth football. You know, speaking of youth football, you know, our next guest, Vice Principal Mr. Greg Smith, is going to be with us. I want to talk to him a little bit about the old Pop Warner days in the AYF. So
can I tell you something about Mr. Smith? Because he won't say it about himself when he gets over here. He does a great job. He's over athletics, and he does a fantastic job with these kids and trying to keep people in line, including the athletic director. He does a great job, and I just want to make sure he gets that plug before I get out of here.
Well, you know, he wore number 88 as a Brawley Wildcat. He was the wide receiver for the class of 1982, so that's got a lot of things in common. One of the things I'd love talking about. So we're going to have him next, and so from Billy Brewer, Will Torres, VSN, we'll be right back after this.
Grosso's, an Imperial Valley tradition since 1955. Family owned and operated. Located at 1902 West Main Street, El Centro. Grosso's is open Wednesday through Sunday at 5 p.m. Order to go or come in for the Italian dining experience. Welcome back, everyone. Special guest with me and a very good friend of mine, Vice Principal here at Brawley Union High School, Mr. Greg Smith. Yep. Greg, I mean, it's kind of odd calling you Mr. Greg Smith, but I guess when you're at work, might as well call you Mr. Smith, right?
Well, everybody else does, yeah.
So let me give you a little bit of history. We've known Greg. I went to Witter School with him, you know, since first grade up until we graduated high school.
Yeah, we did.
Class of 1982. We were both receivers for the Wildcats. We actually won the league that year. Little throw that out there, might as well, right? Nobody recognizes.
Should have won everything, but that's a long story. So.
That's another story for back of a tailgate. Yeah. Greg, things have changed a lot. I mean, you came from being a teacher to now administration. Now you're not only are you a vice principal, but you're also in charge of the discipline here at Brawley Union High School.
Correct.
So what are some of the duties that have changed that you've seen evolve over all these years, Greg? What is this like? What's going on? I mean, we see a lot. You know what it is? It's not so much that things are different now. It's just with social media, everything's out there now.
Well, I would say the main thing is this generation of kids we have, they kind of grew up different than we do. I mean, I talk about it a lot. Most of us, we grew up and, I mean, we did things growing up as kids. We were outside of the house. We we went to the park, we played basketball. We did a lot of things. We hung out with our friends. It's kind of changed because a lot of these kids, they've grown up where there's a lot of media they have access to, and they spend a lot of time on the phone. So it's a little bit different as far as the things that they commit their time to compared to how it used to be.
So that's true. As we go back to the field right now, I'm going to continue talking to you. I got a couple more things to talk to you about, but what about the playing days, Greg? The different style of football, as you know, let's go back 45 years.
Yeah.
I mean, what about that? How's that change in your opinion?
I would say in a lot of ways for Brawley, I don't know so much that it's changed, but it's adjusted. I mean, I still think that Brawley plays a brand of physical football. I mean, honestly, we don't always have the biggest pool of kids to pick from, like a lot of schools do. So, I mean, we have to play physical, work hard. Our kids have to hit. They have to be disciplined. I think that that's carried over. I think what has changed, though, the same way that the game has changed from being under center to not being under center, all the schools, in particular Brawley, has adjusted. Of course, it looks like we throw the ball a lot more frequently than we used to, but in a lot of ways, those throws, they kind of replace running plays we used to have. So even though I think the game is different, in a lot of ways it's the same.
Well, and I get what you're saying, and for our audience, what I see in that game is that the rules have also adapted for a more passing game. As we see right now, the Cibola Raiders, and when we saw two wide receivers, now we're seeing a man running out, but you have ends out. You're thinking it's going to be a run, especially seeing a quarterback out of the shotgun formation like that.
Yeah.
So the rules have evolved for the game, and my understanding was years ago, more than 10 years ago, the reasons the rules were changing was they wanted to make the game more exciting.
Correct.
And I kind of have to agree with that.
Well, I mean, really the rules favor the offense. I mean, we all can see that. They favor an offensive brand of football, and it is more exciting. There's a lot more scoring. I mean, and so the kids have adapted. I mean, they kind of come up through youth football. We had youth football here tonight, and they kind of have learned to play a little bit different game than it used to be when it was a very kind of physical, smash mouth type of game. And now there's a lot more design, a lot more finesse to the game, and we had to adjust like everyone else.
One last thing I'll say about the old days compared to now. We used to love to wear arm pads, wrist pads, knee pads. Kids don't even want to wear pads no more these days. So with that said, I appreciate Coach Swearingen and Ron Rubio allowing us some time on the air to showcase to Mr. Greg Smith. Done a great job here. How many years you have now at Brawley Union High School?
Probably, including as an administrator, this is probably my 24th, 25th year.
Well, congratulations to that, Greg. Thank you for being up here. We appreciate it very much.
Always happy to do it. It always takes me back, and I haven't seen Coach Swearingen in a long time, so it always takes me back.
Can you still hear that voice during practice? As we have we have an interception out there? Yes, they have possession. Let's turn it back over to Coach and Ron Rubio.
Back at Warne Field. Back at Warne Field with 10:20 remaining. We just had an interception by Brandon Portas at the 25-yard line.
Coach, I was just watching while they were on the air doing the interview. They tried to run a single wing play, and, we talked about the blocking, inside, down block, and you always step with your inside foot. Not happening.
Not happening. So with balls placed at the 24-yard line. The give is to Zane Richards. Richards tries the right side. Richards to the 20, to the 10, to the 5, and he is going to get in there. So Zane Richards with 10:20 remaining knocks it out from the 15-yard line. Good run by Richards. That's going to knock up the score for the Wildcats 40. Cibola Raiders 0. Imperial Valley College, founded in 1962, proud sponsor of VSN's live stream for all Imperial Valley High School sports. IVC fostering excellence in education for 60 years. I was going to try to squeeze in one more, but we have Manuel Urbano set to kick. Brandon Portas with the hold. Kind of a delay in the kicking. Urbano set, and it's blocked. Blocked by number 3 that's Ivan Barone. So Barone with the block. So a 10:20 remaining in this third quarter. Wildcats 40, Cibola Raiders 0.
Imperial Flying Service, taking care of the entire Imperial Valley with all your aviation fuel needs. Imperial Flying Service is a proud supporter of our U.S. military, the aviation community, and all Imperial Valley communities.
Back at Warne Field with 10:20 remaining in the third quarter. The Wildcats have scored in their first possession, Coach. So now it's a 40-0 score. Zane Richards just knocked it out. I think it was over a 15-yard run. Good run by Zane Richards. Been running good all night. And everything's been working for the Wildcats on the offensive side.
And split back veer, and he just...
You know, the blocking's there. They've been, it looks like the Wildcats have been playing new people in new spots, rotating some of the line.
They've rotated a lot of people in, Coach.
And, you know, kind of like a domino effect. One of the linemen, David Kim, gets ill and hurt, and then he kind of makes your practice rotation a little different. So here's a pooch by Urbano again. And this will be fielded. No, it won't be fielded. And that's why you do the pooch. And J.D. Ariana's almost had it, but it's going to be recovered by Cibola. So that was an adventure. I think the ball was first touched maybe at the 30-yard line, and now they'll take possession at the 10.
You know, one thing to point out, Brawley keeps scoring. People in the audience need to understand that you've got backups in there, and those kids are going to give 100% to do the best they can to impress the coaches. And you can't blame them for that.
Driscoll, serving the Imperial Valley since 1979. They take great pride in the years of experience and quality of custom silkscreens, embroidery, and Letterman jackets. Stop by their location at 1470 West State Street in El Centro. Back to action with 10:14 remaining. First and 10 for the Raiders. The Raiders are at their 13-yard line. Empty set. Valdez on the rush. Complete to, is that Bravo number 21? Tackled by a host of Wildcats. I mean, all the Wildcats are there.
Wow.
Nate Torres.
Definition of gang tackling.
Gang tackling, that's for sure. Gain of 2, second down and 8 for the Raiders. Ball right outside the 20. The 15-yard line. We'll say the 14. Nose right at the 15. South Cali Air. Sorry, Coach. South Cali Air Conditioning, the #1 York dealer in Imperial Valley. Contact them today for all your AC needs. So here we go again. 9:36 remaining.
This is their 8th possession, Coach.
8th possession. 8th possession and still searching for their first points. There's McNair again. He's looking, shoots it over. Intended for 21 Bravo.
Nobody open.
Nobody was open. Andrew McNair. The kid can get out. The kid can throw. He proved that in Imperial last week. It's just kind of tough sledding when you don't have too much protection. McNair, did he run to the sidelines and running the play back in? I thought he was running off the sidelines. 9:22 remaining. Third quarter. Infinity Mortgage. Call Xenia Sanchez to find the best loan solution that suits your family needs. Desert RV and Towing. Local Desert RV owned by Joel Gonzalez and family wishes Valley teams a successful school year. Services include 24-hour towing and off-road recovery. 760-344-9200. And it looks like the Wildcats will be offsides. or were they drawn off? We'll soon find out. Offsides, Brawley, Casbro's. Visit Casbro's Design Shop where they offer trophies, awards, custom t-shirts, embroidery, signs, and banners. Located in Brawley, 760-550-6878.
Coach, I don't think Cibola has a first down tonight.
I'm trying to remember.
I can't remember one. I'm not saying they don't have one, but I can't remember a first down.
Third down. And let's say 4. Ball's at the 19-yard line. McNair just shoots it over, and it's off the hands of number 36, Camilo, and into Johnny on the spot, Bravo, number 21.
That's their first down.
First, Coach.
That's it.
So the first down for the Raiders. Be really interesting to know once you jot that down. 9:09 of the third quarter. Did they have a first down before that?
Yeah.
We'll find out. First down and 10 for the Raiders at the 38-yard line. Single wing again. The toss is to number 17. That's nice tackle there. Nice hit, but not brought down. That is Messiah Mays.
That's off that spinner series. Fake, and then you go into the 3-hole or the C gap.
And the 2-3 times I've seen it, they've gained over 4 or 5 yards on it.
Yes. And, of course, the companion play is to fake, and go right up the gut.
So they're looking now at a second down, and let's give them 4 yards to go. Ball is at the 44-yard line. McNair rolls right. McNair's looking. He's rushed by Valdez, intended for number 36. That is Demarion Wilson. Incomplete pass rushed by Alec Valdez, putting pressure off the edge. JJ's Tire, 24-hour road service, new tire sales and service, located at 199 Main Street, Westmoreland. Give JJ a call at 760-455-3109. Keystone HR Employer Services. Keystone HR provides real business solutions that make economic sense. For free business evaluation, call 760-427-2878. So with 8:10 remaining, off their first down of the game, Raiders now at the 34-yard line, make that the 44. Single wing, fake to Bravo, and they give us to Bravo instead. Bravo fumbles, but Bravo may have, looking for the spot by the flanks. Looks like they're going to spot him with the loss of yardage, maybe a yard, making it now a 4th down and 5. 4th and 5 with 7:2 remaining.
If you're going to run this offense, you have got to seal down area block with your inside foot, 45-degree angle, and nobody penetrates, and it's not happening, Coach.
Not happening. And like most offenses, everybody, you have a procedure of things. You have basic assignment and alignments.
Yes.
And execution. So here we go, 4th down and 5. Punter in, that's Brigham Holt. Good snap, good punt. Line drive, might get a Brawley bounce by Cibola. That's Damian Clemente. Clemente at the 35.
Nice tackle.
Make that the 25. Nice tackle. That's number 3. That is Ivan Barron. Barron's been making some plays on defense. Seeing that, he is a junior, number 3. And looks like a Wildcat either is down or cramping. That's Damian Clemente. We'll be cutting now to a commercial. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Warne Field with 7:14 remaining in the third quarter. We have the Wildcats 40, Cibola Raiders 0. Wildcats just taking over possession after a punt by the Raiders. And we may have another offside by number 98. Hart Insurance, your full-service insurance agency offering customized protection throughout California and Arizona. We have a heart for personal service. Give us a call, 760-344-1400. So 1st and 5 for the Wildcats. Now the ball is at the 30-yard line. 7:14 remaining. First down and 5. They've had several of these first down and 5 coaches.
Split back veer.
The give is to Moreno. Moreno looking for cuts back at the 40. He's over the 45. Let's say the 47. So another first down and 10.
I counted five Brawley jerseys in front of him blocking.
Heart Insurance. I'm sorry, Johnny's Burritos. Thank you for being a part of our community. We look forward to serving you and your family for many years to come since 1963. Sunbelt Rentals. Need equipment for your next project? Look to the experts at Sunbelt Rentals. We've got the tools you need, whether it's big or small, fast, reliable, and affordable rentals. Sunbelt Rentals, your partner for success at 2396 Highway 86 Imperial. Call us today or visit sunbeltrentals.com.
InnerCare since 1970. When it comes to healthcare, InnerCare is here to help, with locations throughout the Imperial Valley. InnerCare, improving the health and wellness of the community.
Whether you're looking to purchase or sell, your next home awaits. Give the Dom team a call. With over 50 years of experience and over 100 years in the Imperial Valley, Andy and Doug can help you find the right home at the right price, fast. Visit us online at www.thedomteam.com and let Andrew and Doug find the perfect home for you. Call today, 760-337-8600.
Lee Tire Company. We are a local, family-owned business specializing in tires and automotive needs. We are located at 114 Main Street, El Centro. Call us at 760-352-1721.
Back to Warne Field with 7:05 remaining in the third quarter. Brawley Wildcats 40, Cibola Raiders 0. Wildcats now have a 1st and 10 at their own 48-yard line. So they've kind of held down the Wildcats. They had, 34 points in the first half?
6 in the second, 6 in the second.
Matt Gutierrez at the helm, quarterback. Motion by Cibola. Fake to Cibola. Gutierrez up the middle. Now he falls forward. A good gain of maybe, let's say, 6 yards. 2nd down and 4. Ball is at Cibola territory, we'll say the 46-yard line.
Brawley's front is just moving the Cibola kids back.
Now, Coach, I'm kind of wondering, seeing a lot of stoppage here, kids on the ground. We'll be cut, folks, with 6:18 remaining in the third quarter. We'll be right back.
Marianne Valenzuela Fenley is your State Farm insurance agent in the Imperial Valley. And like a good neighbor, she's located at 528 G Street in Brawley. Call State Farm agent Marianne Valenzuela Fenley at 760-344-0447 for your home, auto, and life insurance.
At Burgers and Beer, our customers are like family. Let's hear what a few of them have to say about us.
We're here at Burgers and Beer with the best burgers in town.
We get to sit together and enjoy the great food.
I like from Burgers and Beer is in the lemonade.
For the fresh iced tea, whether it's breakfast, lunch, or dinner.
It was wonderful, very fast, very efficient.
I love the great food and family environment.
I love the burgers and the customer service.
So come and see us and find out for yourself at Burgers and Beer.
Ojeda Industries is here to offer solutions with exceptional products and services for all your agricultural, industrial, and power transmission needs. It's Ojeda Industries, Hydraulic Repair Service in Brawley at 1698 Jones Street. Call us at 760-623-7299.
South Cali Air Conditioning, the #1 York dealer in the Imperial Valley. Contact them today for all your AC needs. Call them at 760-556-9901.
Day in and day out, your publicly owned Imperial Irrigation District proudly delivers low-cost, reliable energy service to its customers in the Imperial and Coachella Valleys. When compared to other power providers, IID's residential, commercial, and governmental customers all save up to 50% on their monthly energy bills. That's because IID is committed to more than just delivering power. IID is committed to you. IID, where customers always come first.
Casbro's Design Shop offers trophies, awards, custom t-shirts, embroidery, signs, and banners.
Rubio and VSN. Alongside me is Mike Swearingen with 6:11 remaining here at Warne Field. We have the Brawley Wildcats 40, Cibola Raiders 0. Change of quarterback for the Wildcats you have now. Trying to get, that looks like to be Alec Valdez at quarterback now. So Alec Valdez is in there, 5:50 remaining in the third quarter. Wildcats up 40-0.
Following in his dad's footsteps.
Valdez, father, Mark Valdez. Valdez, give to, that's Zane Richards. Zane, maybe a gain of 1 up to the 45-yard line of the Raiders. Make it a 3rd down and 4.
Good play by the defensive tackle and defensive end on this side.
Top-notch barber. Fresh fades, always a cutaway. Visit Top Notch Barbershop. Big Chris is at 317 Wake Avenue in El Centro for a one-of-a-kind haircut. So 5:03 and ticking. Wildcats 3rd down. Let's say 3 yards. Player running in late. That's Cibola's number 2. 4:48 remaining. Kind of a slow pace right now. They're not getting the ball off in time. Richards again up the middle. Richards to the 40. Richards gets hit. 35. Richards with the stiff arm is going to fall forward to the 32-yard line.
Another 1st down.
1st down for the Wildcats. 4:27 remaining. RDO, minimize your downtime and protect your equipment. Stop by our Imperial headquarters located at 3275 Highway 86. Nothing runs like a deer. Brawley Police Foundation. We'll get back to that Brawley Police Foundation in a second. 4:09 remaining. 32-yard line for the Wildcats.
Trips left.
Trips to the left. They like to call that a bunch set, even though it's 3 receivers to the top. Single back is Moreno. The give is to Rem. No, Valdez pulls. Valdez to the 30, 25, 15, 10. Forward. Falls forward to the 6. Great read by Valdez. Man.
Daddy's got to be proud.
Well, it's the read, and that's all. It's just following his assignment.
Nice
know
play.
Who to read.
Nice.
And he
play.
read it well, and that's what happens. Executes well. So now, Valdez with that great read all the way up to the 7-yard line of the Raiders.
By God, Mark ought to be proud of him. Nice
play.
play.
Great play for the Wildcats. Jacob Padilla, center, sets him out. Looks like you have Andrew Tiger to the right. No, he flips over to the left. Alejandro Cota has been having a good game at the tag. It was a good game for the offensive line. Whatever crew was in there, doing well. Valdez, no, that's Gutierrez. Gutierrez.
Back in?
Back in at the 3 with 3:07 remaining. Ball is at the 3-yard line. We have 2:59 remaining. Brawley Police Foundation. Join the Brawley Police Foundation to support a safe community through partnership with the police. Our goals include canine support, technology, youth programs, and crime prevention. Follow us at Brawley Police Foundation for more info. 2:40 remaining. Wildcats again with a 2nd down and goal at the inside the 5. The pitch is to Richards. Richards to the left side, and Richard practically went in untouched. So with 2:29 remaining, the Wildcats now have a 46-0 lead. 2:29 remaining. It's been Brawley all night, Coach. Bottom line, Brawley all night. 46-0, winding down into the 3rd quarter. The Wildcats now looking ahead to the University City matchup, which will be, I would say, the biggest test Brawley's going to have right now at this point in the season.
This is like a tuna boat trying to take on an aircraft carrier.
Not a very good position to be in. Number 22 is Manuel Urbano. Urbano will await the hold of Brandon Porras. I believe deep snapping tonight is Connor Kopnick, number 53, a sophomore.
That Travis's son?
Travis's boy. And that was Travis Kopnick. So Urbano with 2:29 remaining. We have the Brawley Wildcats 47, Cibola Raiders 0. We'll be right back.
We just moved, so there's millions of...
Valley is in bloom, over 9 acres. When we started, we grew 1/4 of an acre.
Now I'm taking on new products on the regular.
We always dreamed of having this property, so...
I want to make my yard look as beautiful as...
Largemouth bass.
Yep.
We've got tons of them, don't we, buddy?
There are millions of ways to make the most of your land. How will you make the most of yours?
Visit us online at rdoequipment.com or contact your local RDO for in-stock availability.
VSN back with you here at Warne Field with 2:29 remaining. We have found the Wildcats, just punched it in for their 47th point of the night. They now lead the Cibola Raiders 47-0. 2:29 remaining, as I said, in the 3rd quarter. Prime hydration with bold, thirst-quenching flavors to help you refresh, replenish, and refuel. Prime is a perfect boost for any endeavor. We're confident you'll love it as much as we do. Brought to you by Alfred Distributing. So this has been kind of adventure. I mean, you never know what you're going to get off this kickoff. Are they practicing the pooch? Are they going to kick it deep? And what's the answer? It's a pooch, and no one's going to field it unless number 17, and a good hit by Nate Torres on number 17. Well recovered by Messiah Mize. The hesitation alone, I think that's part of the plan because it makes a kid undecisive. Should I field it? Do I let it bounce? I mean,
for people that are listening out there, and don't realize that any of those people could call for a fair catch.
Just wave your hand.
Yes. Take the field position.
Isker Realty. Isker Realty is your hometown real estate office in Calexico and serving the entire Imperial Valley. Go see Mark Isker at Isker Realty, 760-357-9707. Isker Realty, the mark of excellence. So 2:28 remaining, 3rd quarter. Andrew McNair still at the helm. He draws back. He's looking. He's pressured. He tosses it off to intended for number 17, Moises Moss. Messiah Moss. I'm sorry, Messiah. What do we have now? 2nd down and 10. IID, your Imperial Irrigation District, your local public water and energy company providing reliable water, service, and energy to the Imperial Valley 24/7, 365. the IID, keeping the lights on and the water flowing in the Imperial Valley. So with 2:24 remaining, Coach.
Coach, if you're blocking offensively, you've got to keep your feet moving, and it's not happening with the Raiders.
Direct snap to the fullback. That's Demarion Wilson. Wilson plows forward for a good gain of, let's give him 5 yards. Third down and 5. 2:20 and ticking. The ball now at their own 38-yard line. Marianne Valenzuela Finley, State Farm Insurance. Marianne is your State Farm Insurance agent in Imperial Valley. Like a good neighbor, she's located at 122 Main Street in Brawley. Give her a call, 760-344-0447 for all your insurance needs. 157 and ticking, single wing formation. The give is to Messiah Moise, and Messiah Moise is going to get a first down. Tackled by number 18 of the Wildcats.
Second first
down. That is Jordan Espinoza. Good tackle by the senior. Jordan Espinoza, first down and 10. The Original Town Pump Steakhouse. For the best steaks in Imperial Valley, visit the Original Town Pump, located at 200 West Main Street in Westmoreland. Family fine dining at its best. 760-344-3663 for reservation. 1:27 remaining. The give is to Ibarra. Ibarra to the right. Ibarra, nothing doing. Camilo on the tackle. You also have, let's see, number 57 for the Wildcats. That is Franco Morales. Franco Morales with the tackle. So the Wildcats now with 1:07 remaining. A lot of reserves are in there. Second down and 11. Letterman and Bros. Letterman and Bros is a production and retailer of custom Letterman jackets, serving the Imperial Valley for over 20 years. Its primary focus on varsity Letterman jackets embroidery. Give Daniel a call at 760-693-5034. The give is up to the fullback. Fullback again, good run. Trying to figure out where he landed. He landed forward. And they're going to spot it at. Make that
49.
Make it a gain of 4-3. Third down and 7. Grosso's, an Imperial Valley tradition since 1955. Family owned and operated. Located at 1902 West Main Street in El Centro. Order to go or come in for that Italian dining experience. 15 seconds and ticking. There gets it. He snags it up. He's rolling to his right. He's running. He cuts back. He's going to be chopped down. Good tackle by, again, Jordan Espinoza, number 18, senior
Excellent
linebacker.
tackle. Excellent tackle.
Great open field tackle. Had a lot of green. They're going to make that a fourth down as we end the fourth quarter.
Brawley is making a lot of substitutions.
So at the end of the fourth quarter, we have the Brawley Wildcats 47, Cibola Raiders 0. We'll be right back.
Reducing energy use during the summer is more important than ever. This summer, IID encourages you to do your part by setting your thermostat to 78 degrees or higher, avoiding the use of large appliances between 4 and 9 p.m., and turning off all unnecessary lighting. But there's more. IID provides a number of summer energy-saving opportunities to help you make the most of your energy savings efforts. Check out our tips and energy saving guides at IID.com. Let's work together to stay cool and save energy this summer.
Back at Warne Field, VSN, Ron Rubio with Mike Swearingen. As we're watching the Brawley Wildcats take a 47-0 lead into the fourth quarter, we've just been notified there will be a running clock. No stoppage of play unless it's an injury, I would assume. So here we go. Fourth down. No stoppage in play. Timeout? I think it's a timeout. With timeout on the field, we'll be right back.
We
have created Drink Company. The fastest growing sports drink in history.
We will run! We will run! Ladies and gentlemen, we go.
The monkey has arrived!
This season, we are hydrated. The official sports drink of the UFC. It's on!
Back at Warne Field, start of the fourth quarter. As we enter the fourth quarter, the Cibola Raiders are looking at a 4th down and 7. The ball is outside. It's at the 48-yard line in their own territory. McNair Williams set to throw. Andrew McNair at quarterback. Empty set. 36. That's Wilson in the backfield. McNair looking, steps up. He's rushed. He's rolling to his left. He throws. It's overthrown, intended for Israel Ibarra. So with 11:50, and now the clock is just going to continuously run. The Wildcats will take over at Cibola territory at the 48-yard line. Ahumadas Mattresses and Furniture, brand name mattresses and furniture at the best price in Southern California, located at 421 West Ayton in Imperial. Call Ramon at 760-604-8899. Intercare. When it comes to healthcare, Intercare is here to help with locations throughout the Imperial Valley. Intercare, improving the health and wellness of our community. The Dom Team. For all your real estate needs, give Doug or Andrew a call at 760-337-8600. The Dom family has been in the Valley since 1908. For business, residential, and farmland real estate, it's the Dom Team. 11:09 and a timeout. With that timeout, with 11:09 remaining, we'll be right back. Back with 10:56 remaining. Alec Valdez was on the fake. Reed Gibb kept it, lost two yards on the play, back inside Wildcat territory at the 49-yard line. We're looking now, the Wildcats are now looking at a 2nd down and 13.
This is their 12th possession of the night.
12th possession of the night, as Coach said, 10:35 remaining. As we said, it's going to be a running clock. Ivy Welding and Mechanical, industrial welding contractor serving the geothermal and all industrial facilities in Imperial Valley. Ivy Welding is a proud sponsor of Valley Sports Network. Give Fred a call, 760-483-WELD. 10-16, Valdez. Roman Britton, fake to Britton. Valdez cuts down. Maybe gets a half yard, if anything. Maybe not. Makes it 2.
57 for Brawley. Just made a great downfield block. Great block.
57, I believe that is Nathan Torres. Franco Morales. Franco Morales is junior. He's a junior that floats up and down on the JV. Looks like that JV playing time is helping him out there.
And he hit a kid from Cibola, and there's an old saying in football, he broke an egg in his rear.
Oh, that's too bad for that kid. Franco Morales, 3rd down and, let's say, 13. 9:26 remaining. The ball, as we said, the clock will continuously tick. Valdez with the keeper to the right side. Valdez to the 45 of Cibola, falls forward to the 44, Burgers and Beer for the best burgers in town. If you can't make it to the game, come watch VSN's Game of the Week at Burgers and Beer, located at 260 North Imperial Avenue in El Centro, CRNR Incorporated. With recycling now more important than ever, CRNR Incorporated has developed innovative recycling and reuse program. CRNR Incorporated, the face of a greener generation. Havens Landscaping. Havens & Sons Trucking is located at 603 East Main Street in El Centro, specializing in gravel, rock, and stone for all your landscaping material needs. Give them a call at 760-352-6735. So here we go, 8:35 remaining. Wildcats with Valdez. That's Alec Valdez.
Fourth down.
At quarterback, fourth down and 7. Valdez is going to look. Why not? He's stepping up. He's looking, still looking. Tosses it out. Low pass. Completed to number 20. That might be an Espinoza kid.
That's going to be close.
That is Jacob Espinoza, number 20. So Jordan and Jacob are in there. Jacob with a good catch.
Didn't get it.
Low toss.
Didn't get it.
Great catch. And gave it a good shot up to the 40-yard line where the Raiders will take over at the 40-yard line. Reach Medical Response Service. Donnie Wharton reminds you that when seconds count, you can depend on Reach Medical Transportation Service. Ojeda Industries. Tony and Patricia Ojeda, serving the Imperial Valley for all your industrial and agriculture needs, such as hydraulic service and repair. Located in Brawley at 1698 Jones Street. Here come the Raiders. 7:33 remaining. Balls at the 40. First and 10. Andrew McNair at quarterback to give. McNair keeps it up the middle. McNair is going to fall forward. Gain of maybe 8. We'll give him 9. Second down and 1. Ball's at the 49-yard line. La Fonda Bar and Grill. Experience the vibrant flavors of Mexico at La Fonda Bar and Grill. From sizzling carne asada to mouth-watering enchiladas. Located at 1950 South 4th Street in El Centro. You were wondering what was going to be for our after-game meal. I mean, too bad La Fonda's not around the corner, bro. 6:54 remaining. Second down and 1. Andrew McNair with an empty set. McNair rolls to his right. He's a smooth operator, and he tosses it, intended for number 84, defended by number 10 of the Wildcats. So McNair gets it out there, defended by Roy Rosas, free safety. McNair, the 2 games that I've seen him, I like how the kid moves. I like how he gets out, and hey, considering what's up front for him,
yes,
the kid survives the game.
Yes.
You'd like to see a kid like that operate behind something and see what he could do.
Yes.
However, he's dealing with what he has, and kudos to the kid. Credit to the kid and his ability.
And he couldn't throw it earlier. His receiver wasn't open. He was covered.
Well said, Coach. Great point. Third down and 1. 6-minute mark now. A fake. The give is to Wilson. Wilson, that's number 36. And Wilson gets the first down.
That's their third.
That's their third, Demarion Wilson. Imperial Flying Service, taking care of the entire Imperial Valley with all your aviation fuel needs. Proud supporter of our U.S. military and Imperial Valley communities. Imperial County Public Health Department. The mission of the Imperial County Public Health Department is to promote, protect, and support the health of people, the environment in our communities. So here we go with 5:25 remaining. We're Raiders. Not in a rush. Andrew McNair is number 11. He has a bunch of receivers. Let's say 5. McNair rolls to that. He tosses it out. Intended for Ibarra, number 1, and overshoots it into the out-of-bounds territory. 5 minutes.
He did have a step on the DB.
He did have him. Just ran out of field with the ball.
Yep.
El Centro Police Department, dedicated to serve our community through partnerships, professionalism, and uncompromising excellence. Quality of life, protection, and service is our commitment. The Raiders coming up with a second down and 10 after that incompletion. 4:44 remaining. Second down and 10. Ball right outside now. Going to reload, respot the ball. Second down and 10 for the Raiders. 4:27 remaining. McNair steps up. He's rolling. He's throwing. Intended for number 9. He came back for the ball.
Coach, in all honesty, just threw it up for grabs. He really did. Nobody was open.
He forced it.
Yes.
He forced it.
The deep man was covered, and you had double coverage on the man underneath him.
It was good coverage by the Wildcats. John, that looked like Joseph Ramirez, number 6 on the defend. Well defended by Ramirez. 3rd down and 10, 3:48 remaining. Go ahead, Coach.
Go ahead.
Imperial Valley College, who pays my coach over here, founded in 1962, proud sponsor of VSN's live stream for all Imperial Valley High School sports, IVC, fostering excellence in education for 60 years. McNair, again, out of it, being rushed. Screen play. That's Bravo. Bravo's finding some area to run. And a strip. And a strip by number 24. That looked like Alex Sandoval. Sandoval punched the ball out, but it looks like the Raiders have recovered it. And it's a 1st and 10 for the Raiders. The ball's going to be placed at the 33-yard line.
Well, I tell you what, with the Raiders' luck tonight, they better not buy any lottery tickets.
No luck at all. Driscoll serving the Imperial Valley since 1979. They take great pride in the years of experience and quality of custom silk screens, embroidery, and Letterman jackets. Stop by their location at 1470 West State Street in El Centro. South Cali Air Conditioning, the #1 York dealer in Imperial Valley. Contact them today for all your AC needs. So here we go with 2:31 remaining. The Raiders now with the 1st and 10 at the Wildcat 34-yard line. McNair again looking. He rolls left. He shoots it over the middle, and he's intended for number 88, and he catches it. Brought down at the 1 yard.
It's on the half-yard line.
Casey McCain.
Half-yard line.
We were just talking about McNair, and if he just had some time, he really good catch there. With 1:59 remaining, the ball is at the half-yard line. .150 and ticking. McNair again. Only back behind him is Damian Hamlin. That's 33. The give is to Hamlin, and Hamlin's going to fall forward for a touchdown. So with 1:36 remaining, the Raiders pick up a few first downs and get their first touchdown of the night with 1:30 remaining. Now they will set up for the extra point. Infinity Mortgage. Call Zinnia Sanchez to find the best loan solution that suits your family needs. Desert RV and Towing. Local Desert RV owned by Joel Gonzalez and family. Wishes Valley teams a successful school year. Services include 24-hour towing and off-road recovery. Contact 760-344-9200. So inside the last minute of the game.
They're going for 2.
They're going for 2, and why not?
Yeah.
Andrew McNair, quarterback. McNair with the nice catch. Rolls to his left. Is he going to try to run it in? He had a receiver open. He's going to take it in. So McNair rolls it in for the 2-point conversion with 41 seconds remaining. We now have the Brawley Wildcats 47, Cibola Raiders 8. We'll be right back. Back at Warne Field as the running clock caught us with a commercial break. And as that said, we end the night with a touchdown by the Cibola Raiders to bring it to a 47-8 after the 2-point conversion. So that being said, Coach, it was a lopsided ball game from the very beginning.
Totally one-sided.
Cibola's, in a rebuilding state right now. Proved very well that they weren't ready to match the Wildcats in skills right now. So the Wildcats now jump ahead to a 3-0 record. with this victory, how does this victory springboard the Wildcats into that big matchup against University City next Friday, Coach?
Well, I don't think the coaching staff's going to let them get down and relax.
No.
They were able to work on some things, and knowing Coach Vandiver and Coach Rubio, they're going to get them focused.
Yes.
When the Wildcats go over the hill, they'll be ready. I don't doubt that one bit.
Well, it's a challenge for the whole program. The coaching, the players. The Wildcats now sitting at 3-0, as we said. They were, they're not being given much. How would you say in the rankings, which in my opinion don't mean a whole lot at this time, especially at this time of the year. Wildcats are a 14 in Division II, which is a pretty tough division this year. I believe Del Norte's the number 1 seed. A lot of football left to play in the season, Coach.
Mm-hmm.
There's 5 Fridays in September. The Wildcats are playing every Friday this month.
Yep. There's no doubt that Brawley is better than what they're, to me, than what they're rated. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. And next week will be a game that that will get them some notice.
It'll be, either way, it's going to be a measuring stick for the team.
Yes.
Where are you at really? Like, where
Yes.
is your watermark right now? Where do you stand?
Yes.
And, that's going to be, for these two young head coaches, Rick Rubio and Ray Vandiver, this is the type of the season, the things that you're growing with, right, Coach?
Yes. And I think, in all honesty, they've handled things very well, and I think they're doing a super job. That's just my opinion, but and I think both, after interviewing both of them this week, both young men are focused.
And, that was a treat to see Coach Swearingen down at the Brawley High at the football practice this week. The coaches and the kids enjoyed it. And the Wildcats, they came out and performed well tonight. And before we knock, and so we're about to cut out. But before I cut out, I'd like to thank our VSN staff here: Will Torres, Sarah Rubicaba, Saul Pena. We have Joaquin Matus, the Wizard, taking control of everything. Manny Barr is spotting for us. Everything went well, and sponsors, thank you so much. And sorry about not getting much of the reads in. It was a shortened game, but we thank you for your support. Without you guys, we wouldn't be here. So with that being said, thank everybody. We will be back next week. And good luck. Congratulations to the Wildcats, and good luck to the Cibola Raiders for the rest of the way. Thank you for listening in. Go VSN.